Hi everyone. We are going to do a little bit of a collective haul. I think what I'm going to do is split this up into like a thrifty portion and then like a retail portion. That way, you know, if you have a preference between the two, you know, you can pick one or both, and also hopefully it won't be like a million years long. So we'll see. I think we're going to start with a, like a pop-up thrift shop that, was at a local church. It's like 20 minutes away from me. And, I guess in the springtime they do this about once a month. And, the next one is going to be after Memorial Day, so I'm looking forward to that one. But I've been in desperate need of a new to me purse. Mine is like falling apart literally, and there's no way well, first of all, I'm thrifty, but second of all, there's just a lot going on right now, so there's no way I was gonna pay $30, $40, $50 retail for a new purse. So I've had my eye out for a couple of things I definitely want to thrift, and this was one of them. I was looking for a purse that was in good condition. So from the thrift store pop-up that benefits the church, this was $3. So there's like a couple little spots that might need cleaned up here, but it's in pretty good condition. And it has lots of pockets, which I need because I carry what I call a Mary Poppins purse, because you never know what I'll pull out of there. I have things that you wouldn't expect, and it seems like there's just endless room because I just pull so much stuff out of there. So yeah, so I want to get this cleaned up and start using it. And then, let's see, we'll go just what's on top. This is a pack of invitations that I got, like vintage invitations, for 50 cents. Like, come on. So, I don't know if you can see with the glare. I'll see if I can take them out and show you, but they have this really pretty embossed detail on the front. Sorry for the crinkling as well. So they have this really pretty embossed detail, and I figured that even if I don't use these for, I probably wouldn't actually use them for an engagement party invitation, but, you can always put something across here to cover it up, because the inside has that invitation type of thing. I can either use this kind of like as a journaling card, or I could just cut the front off and use that. But yeah, so I thought these were really pretty, and for 50 cents, oh my goodness. The next things I found were children's books, two little golden books. So I found The Animals of Farmer Jones, which copyright 1953 and 1942, renewed 1970. So I would assume that this version was printed in 1970, or maybe even a little bit afterwards. But the illustrations are just so pretty. I just love these vintage style illustrations, as most of the people who love little golden books for junk journaling do. So, yep. Oh, and a puppy. So yeah, pretty good condition. And then this one is a little rabbit. This says copyright 1989. I think that's the most recent date on here. Yeah. But again, with like the older style illustrations, it's just so pretty. Even though I am still scarred from being bitten by a rabbit when I was 8. But, you know, they're cute in pictures. I still don't like petting them because I'm terrified of them, but, you know. And then I got 2 of these. Well, I guess they're different. So I got this, this book with flowers and gardening. And I thought it was cool because you might be familiar, but back in the day, instead of printing, you know, everything in color, a lot of times books would just have one color. So all the illustrations and titles and things, they would pick one color, whether it would be like a turquoisey teal color like this, or I've seen like a pinky red color, and then all the illustrations are colored in with that one color and shaded and stuff. So anyway, like this. So it's black and white and then one color. So they do have, however, actual color photos in here, and they are so vivid and so gorgeous. And so I thought it was the best of both worlds, where I can use like the matte type photos, but then there's also these beautiful, vibrant photos in here as well. So excited to use this one. Oh, so pretty. And then I've seen, excuse me, sorry. I've tried to like take a drink and clear my throat before I started, but I've seen a lot of people haul like field guides to birds and stuff like that. I don't have any bird books. I do have quite a few like floral magazines and books, but so this was at the pop-up thrift shop too. So I wanted to finally have something with birds on it. Let's see. This is all glossy as far as I know, but still fun to look through. And the like, yeah, birds in the garden. Like this would be cute to cut out and use in like a cluster or as like a title of a page. You could like die cut something like leaves and stuff out of this green portion. So, yeah, I thought it was nice. My mom loves cardinals. So that's that book. These, I think I got for 50 cents a piece. And then the little golden books were $1 a piece for hardback. So that was my small but mighty thrift pop-up shop haul from the church last weekend. And let's see, what do we have next? I think we'll do Goodwill next. Yes. So I think I have 2 different Goodwill hauls. I thought there was a third, but maybe I'm just crazy. I mean, I definitely am crazy, but I don't know where, when, if there is one. So this is a very large dictionary and thesaurus, but the nice thing about it, it is so light. Like, I don't know if they made these pages out of like feathers or what. It is so light despite its big, bulky, you know, size. It doesn't weigh 1,000,001 pounds, so that I really liked. This is my favorite color. Teal is my favorite color, so I loved that all the words inside in the thesaurus section under the definitions were in teal. And then I saw this idea from someone on YouTube where they took words from a dictionary for their theme. So if their theme was childhood, they would go in and they would tear out or cut out all of the words related to childhood, and they would take out like slide, swing, play, and things like that. And I have used dictionary pages for pockets and journal pages and stuff like that. And I've cut out a few specific words, but they're from an illustrated dictionary. So I cut them out for the word and the picture together. So I thought that was a cool idea. And then, of course, the one word that I really wanted to use for this, these two journals that I've been asked to make specifically for my cousins, it's not in here. But that's okay, because there's a lot of other stuff in here that I can use. So these are nice and matte, and they have that teal color on them, so I'm excited to pull from this and use it. Then I got this American fire engine for my husband, who is a volunteer firefighter. And most of his books like this are at his parents' house in storage. So when I saw it, like, look how cool that is. I don't know how much of this y'all can see, but so cool. So this I did not get necessarily to like cut up and use for pictures, although it would be pretty cool, especially like this kind of stuff. But I did get it for, my husband actually really enjoys like the historical fire engines and things like that, because he's a history buff and a volunteer firefighter for 18 years now. Don't tell him I told you that, and then, because then he'll feel old, but to be fair, he started when he was 15 as a junior, and like a junior firefighter, and he's younger than me, so so I did pick that up, but not necessarily for junk journaling. And then I did get this one for junk journaling because it has so many super cool pictures of space and constellations and stars and galaxies. Like, just how cool. I just think it's so fun as like a theme. And it's, I've always just been drawn to these kinds of images and pictures. I just think they're so gorgeous. So I got this to use in junk journaling for the pictures mostly. Like, how cool would this be if you cut it out in the circle and then you like folded it in half and had either like a fold out or use it as an actual page in a journal. So excited about that one. Sorry, I could flip through these forever, but I should probably like get to stepping and get some stuff done because I have a lot of stuff. What next? We'll do the other two-ish books. This I found, it's kind of beat up, but the journals that I'm making for my cousins are going to be based off of Outlander. And so I thrifted a couple of these. 3, I think, before now. Where is that? There it is. And this is the 4th one I've thrifted. I came across a 5th one, actually, but the people in that Goodwill must have been, they must have fallen and hit their heads, because I wasn't paying $5 for it. But 3, I'll do it for a commissioned project. So yeah, it is a little beat up. But I'm just using it for its parts and pieces anyway. I would love to use the covers as actual signature pages and like the different pages in here, the titles, the numbers, that kind of thing. And then I have not even taken these out of the rubber band yet, but these were all rubber banded together as one in the book section, and I got them all for the regular $3 price because they were all together. So some of them are a little beat up here. This one is really kind of beat up, but it's all 4 seasons. So winter, autumn, summer, and spring. And I know that Miss Engelbright is quite litigious when it comes to using her things, so these will be for my own personal usage, for my own personal crafts. I'm not selling anything, Mary, don't come for me. But I just thought it was so cool to find these 4 season books all together, and for $3 for the 4 of them. So we'll just go real quick. Here's the autumn. See if I can do a flip through. Hopefully I'm not making anyone like dizzy or sick. This is Summer. This one's kind of chewed up there at the top. Window dressings. Oh, that's cute. Very cute. And then Spring. This one, whew. Oh, it's adorable. Oh, the little birdhouse. Oh, that's cute. Happy Easter. Mother's Day. Oh, that's precious. So yeah, so that was a pretty fun find for me. So there's those 4. I think that's it for the books for that part. The next thing I found that I was pretty excited about was this paper trimmer. It's a Creative Memories one. And I've been asked when I take like my Tim Holtz one places, or I have like the little 4x6 one from Recollections, I think. I got it at Michael's. Anyway, like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, a mini paper trimmer. Where did you find that? So I thought it would be cool to have one for if I have my mom come up and craft with me, or friends, or take them places, as if I go places. But you know, if I did, I could take this with me. So it was $1.99, so I was excited to find that. And there was a second one there actually, but it did not have the blade guard, so I did not pick that one up because I am clumsy. Then this is some curling ribbon, which I just threw out a bunch of curling ribbon that I got in a big bundle with something else. But these are good colors to have, red, white, and gold, and they're, you know, full rolls. They haven't been like beat up in someone's like bag that they've been keeping in the closet or in their trunk or whatever. So I was like, man, I just threw a bunch of this stuff out, but it wasn't like this quality and new and things like that, and these colors. It was a lot of interesting shades of like purple and blue, but anyway, so I grabbed these for $1.99. And then I was excited because I do not have these. I don't know how I don't have these as a junk journaler, but I got some guest checks. This hurt a little bit. But seeing that it was a whole pack of them, that made it a little bit better. So yeah, so I don't know how I made it this long as a junk journal without guest checks in my stash, but whenever I didn't want to buy them off of Amazon, and I was like, well, if I come across them, I come across them. If I don't, I don't. And I did. So that was exciting. So that was the end of that Goodwill haul. We might as well do the second one. There's only 2 items. This is a newer Goodwill in my area. There's 3 within about 25 minutes of me, and this is the medium distance away, so it's the middle one. And it just opened up recently. I've never been in there. I gave it about like, oh gosh, I don't know, when did it open up? If it was before Christmas, I think, maybe. But anyway, there was like a bit of an issue there with things maybe not being the cleanest, even though it's in like the nicer part of the area where I live. So I waited for that to die down and hopefully be taken care of, and then went and checked it out. So, however, because it is in the nicer part of the area in which I live, it was priced accordingly, and I literally was like, what are you people taking? Because there's no way. I thought it was bad. I was complaining about books being $2.99 at my store, and then every Tuesday they're half off. So it wouldn't matter if it was a small book, a big book, hardback, it doesn't matter. They're all $2.99. The other book in this series that I saw was at this like nicer Goodwill for $4.99. And I don't know, like to me, that just doesn't sit right with my pocketbook, you know? So their books were separated into $2.99 and $4.99, and the $4.99 ones had a red sticker, and the other Outlander book had a red sticker on it, and I was like, no. So I did pick up two things. One is not for me. It's for my youngest brother, so on the very off chance that he's watching this, which very, very off chance. Sorry, just trying to grab the other thing that was in there. Don't. Look away, avert your eyes. So, he, let me make sure these don't fall out. He really enjoys golf, and I don't know if he still does, but at one point he was collecting shot glasses from different places and had like a whole stash of them. He and his wife would travel somewhere and get one, or if I would go somewhere, I'd bring them back as a gift. So as an avid golfer who enjoys spirits, I thought this was a really good find for him at that Goodwill. It was $3.99. Might not seem like that big of a deal. However, this is the part that got me. If you flip it over, it was originally $5 from Target. And it's got some like bumps and scrapes and nicks. It is not in the best condition. And I was like, you know what? The chances of me actually going to Target and finding this are pretty slim, so I'm just gonna get it. It's fine. So I'll put that back for Christmas or his birthday, which are coincidentally the same. He was born on Christmas Eve. So I got that, and then the only other thing I got from that Goodwill were these wax seal stamp head things. So pardon the crinkling, but I don't want the glare from the bag to be too bad. So all four of these were $3.99, which I did not think was bad for $1 a piece, because these can get kind of expensive. So this one says it's a girl. This one says hello baby. This one says baby shower. And this one says it's a boy. So I did want to have those in my stash. I think those and wedding ones I wanted to keep an eye out for, but also, yeah, that was just a lot for, like the whole store was a lot, I mean. So that was my very short Goodwill that I've never been to before haul. And last up, maybe second to last. I'm not sure how I'm going to categorize that other one, but this is from a yard sale. This next part is going to be from a yard sale that I went to yesterday. Yes, yesterday. And nothing was priced. So I was like, how is this going to go? Excuse me. It was a very nice neighborhood, huge, like $1 million houses. So I was like, oh gosh, are they going to be like $20 for that book? I wasn't sure. So this, I was super excited to pick up. Just the illustrations. I have a lot of sheet music I can use, but it's like the colors, the vibrancy, the images that go along with the songs that I was really excited about. So this one, oh my gosh, look how cute. Look at his little freckles. I have freckles too, so I'm biased. My whole face is covered in freckles. Oh, so sweet. So yeah, I was super excited to get this. And then I'll tell you how much everything was at the end. Look how cute. So, yeah. Okay. Then, what did I get next? Well, I got these 2 National Geographic magazines. This one says Hidden Paris, and this one is Atlas of American History. So I thought this was pretty cool for the images and paintings and maps, and yeah, excited to use this one. And then, yeah, Hidden Paris. I know a couple of people who love France and Paris. Oh my gosh, look at that. I'm a language teacher, so a lot of my friends are French teachers. So yeah, excited for that one. What else? I think there's only a couple more things in here. Oh yeah. So this was kind of, I don't know, I want to say unexpected, but and it says Crayola Project Book. So if you don't know, Crayola's main like factory is in Pennsylvania, where I live. I mean, it's a good couple hours away from where I live currently, but so people take kids there for the whole Crayola experience, and you can tour the factory and see the life cycle of a crayon and how they're used and that kind of thing. But so I just thought that this idea book was so fun. So it tells you all these different ways that you can use crayons to, you know, decorate, color, things that you can do with them. So yeah. And this is what I was talking about when I was talking about like the black and white with one color throughout. So that's a good example of that. And then this was stuck in it. But it didn't like come out of this, but it's still pretty cute. Like, cut that apart. So that was pretty interesting to find. And then I guess we'll do this one. So speaking of Pennsylvania, I got these Pennsylvania playing cards. So the backs are all the same and the fronts are kind of just plain, but I still thought it would be cool to use to, you know, stick in like Happy Mail to send to people since I was born and raised in this state. So yeah, they're just regular playing cards on the front, nothing special. But it does have like different landmarks and such, like the Liberty Bell, and I would assume that might be Strasburg Railroad. I'm not sure. But yes, all kinds of cool stuff from Pennsylvania there. So I was excited to grab those because of, again, just using them in Happy Mail. Or even like my own adventures. I could use this and like circle where I was, or use it for like as a journaling card for different outings. And then the last thing I got there was this set of playing cards. I am not a huge cat person. If you like them, I love that for you. I have just never found their, how do I put this nicely? We just don't vibe, I guess, would be a nice way to put it. I'm not interested in a relationship with any living thing that will, you know, do things just to spite me, and, you know, I don't know. But anyway, so I do love animals, and nice cats I do like. I will pet them, I will love on them, and that kind of thing. But Anyway, so I got these more for friends and Happy Mail. Because I know there are lots of cat lovers out there. And these two are just so precious. Look how cute these little kittens are. So, yeah, I got these to include for other people. Not so much me, but they are really cute. Look at that little flower bud coming up there. So yeah, again, just plain on this side, but cute little kitties. So that was the last of like my yard sale thrift store hauls, but I think I'm gonna add on a D-stash order that I did because it's not really retail, so I don't think it belongs in the other one. But they were like really good prices. So I think I'm going to add that one on here real quick. I do not know if you're not familiar with Nati Nati's Creations on YouTube. If you're not, you should definitely check her out. She does a lot of really great projects and, you know, just like big things that take a lot of time, and she just puts a lot of effort into it, and she's really sweet. So I definitely recommend her channel. So I'm subscribed to her, and I saw that she had this D-stash going on, and while things are very tight in this economy, she bought a pallet of crafting supplies, I think from HSN. And she's moving, so she's trying to get rid of everything before they move, so she doesn't have to move all this stuff with her. So, I don't know if I can, there we go. I'm just going to share a few things that I got, and like everything is priced to sell, like fantastic prices, so I would definitely recommend going over there and checking her out. So I guess we'll do the dies first. Let me see. There are 4 of them that came in a set, like from her, not necessarily like from, she just had these 4 flourish dies in a set, and I believe it was $8 for the 4 of these, and they're very pretty. And it shows you the size on them, so this would be good for like a 5x7 card. But you could also just like trim it off. You could put it on a journal page. So these are just super pretty. Let's see. This she included as a free gift with my purchase, so thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You did not have to include free stuff when you're already selling these for such inexpensive prices, so I do really appreciate that. But if you can see the detail that it cuts out, I'm really excited for that, to try to see how it works. Which, it's a Gemini, I'm sure the quality will be great. These 2 are celebration dies. So this one has the champagne glasses clinking, and this is like I would take it to be a wedding cake. So again, good sizes, good for 5x7 cards, very pretty, very intricate. And these 2 have stamp sets with them. So this is like a little castle with a carriage, and then it has a stamp set that comes with it with some sentiments there that say, wishing you a magical birthday, best friends make moments magical. Sorry, it's really tiny font. And they live happily ever after, happy birthday, and to the fairest of them all. So, and then there's the 3 pieces that it gives you that you can layer up. So very cool. And this one is like a park scene, like outdoor scene. And here's 3 pieces, so it gives you like the hill with the trees, the arbor, and then the bench. And then the sentiments, everyone needs a friend like you, grown with love. Thank you for all you do, just for you. And a beautiful garden is a work of heart. So yeah, super cool. Then I think this is all one thing. So it came in this like rigid mailer, and it is from Diamond Press. That's Diamond Press. So this set, which I think this set was $8, has these dies. These are frames, and this is like a summer / patriotic theme. So all these stars, and then there's different inserts. One says celebrate, one has flowers, and this one says hello sunshine. And then the rest of these dies coordinate with this stamp set. I have no idea if there's a terrible glare. I do apologize. So there's some just like summer images, like the hibiscus and the fruit and the sunset. And then there's more patriotic ones like Happy 4th of July, Stars and Stripes Forever, Free to Sparkle. And then these little sunglasses are so cute. And the banner has the die that cuts it out. Wishing you sunny days. May your days be sun-kissed. And then these little words up here, they coordinate. Let's see, it says day, have a, that was so, friend, hello, and of you. And that coordinates with one of the small stencils. If I can find, there we go. This is all one package, guys. All of this came from her D-Stash for $8 for all of this. The dies, the giant stamp set, all of the stencils. This, it's kind of like an embossing folder, but I am assuming that you can put the large stencils in here and use it as like as an actual embossing folder. So if you put this in here and paper underneath and run this through your die cutting machine, I would assume it would emboss. I don't know for sure if that's what it is, but I'm assuming since this is like an embossing folder, and these are the size that would fit in it. So, and then also it came with this storage envelope for everything. So where is that little stencil? Okay, there it is. So it says, it has two little banner tails. It says sweet. So then you could use this with the stamp set to say, have a sweet, and then day. You could say, that was so sweet of you. You could say, hello, sweet friend. So there's lots of combinations you can do there with that. And then the other small stencils are this star, this firework burst, which I thought would look really cool behind this stamp, the 4th of July. Like if you did the stamp in blue and you did the fireworks in red, or if you did the stamp and then you use this stencil over it with like some kind of sparkle paste. I thought that would be really cool. But you could also use it for all kinds of stuff. And then this is a sunburst. And then for the large stencils, we have the half suns, the sun pattern that repeats. There's waves. Well, it's called waves. And then this is a big sunburst, or is this sun rays? Sorry, I'm like way off to the side. And then the last one is stars. So different size stars all over. So I thought those are all super fantastic deals. I'm not sure what she has left over, but I know some of the things she had quite a few of them. And some of the things she had, it was only like 4 of them. So definitely check out Naughty Naughty Creations, even if not for her D-Stash, for her other content. And I think that will do it for my junk journal card making crafty thrift haul. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.